Welcome back to JT on the Go. Today we are going to be canoeing on the Dordogne River to explore the wonders of the Dordogne region of France.
We're starting our journey at the town of Roque Gageac. This town is among the cutest in all of France along the Dordogne, and it is a must-see. This is also a great place to start a canoe journey across the river. We rented our canoe from Canoe Vacances, which has a rental location in the town of Roque Gageac. The best time to canoe is from June to September, and 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock a.m. is the best time of day to head out. Canoeing on the Dordogne costs between 16 and 55 euros per canoe. I recommend using the restroom before you begin, as the rental area has one nearby. Equipment included in the price is the canoe or kayak, paddles, a life jacket, and a waterproof container for your bags. If you have a waterproof container, this is how it is secured.
Ready to go?
And they'll push you in whenever you're ready. I got a waterproof container for myself because I was carrying my drone. Along the way, there are plenty of places to park your canoe, take a break, or swim. This spot right after the rental area gives you another great view of Roque Gageac. I took full advantage of those areas to get the drone in the air. If you're doing the same distance we did, make sure to look for this sign after passing Baynac at Caznac. The sign on the paper I'm holding is on the left side of the river. The rental places will pick you up at an agreed upon spot downstream. As we can see from this angle, the Dordogne is very calm. What makes Roque Gageac a good starting location is that the Hotel Le Périgord is only a short 4-minute drive away. This canoe trip is one way, and we'll get into how you get back to the start near the end of the video. The Dordogne has many other wonders to see by river, so let's continue. We're canoeing all the way to Saint Vincent de Cosse, which is 9 kilometers or 5.5 miles away. We're doing the short day trip. The Route de Gabar is the road that travels along the river. Keep in mind that the speed of the current depends on recent rainfall. When I filmed the Hotel Le Périgord earlier, it was drizzling, so the currents had some movement westbound today. This drone shot was only possible because I spotted a place to park the canoe. I flew it several kilometers down the river from where I was pulled over and kept it hovering while I paddled underneath with the controls on my lap. I definitely don't recommend trying that at home. As we see, there are some currents up ahead. Canoeing on the Dordogne is a one-way trip. That brown boat going in the opposite direction is known as a gabar. These are traditional, flat-bottomed wooden boats historically used for transporting goods like wine, wood, and stone. Historically, when they reached Bordeaux or Baynac, they were taken apart and rebuilt upstream because they couldn't travel against the current before propellers and engines existed. Now, gabars are used for tourism in France. A little tip, when on the Dordogne, move anything in your back pockets to your front pockets. Water tends to find its way through the drainage holes in the bottom of the boat. I learned this the hard way. My wallet got soaked along with all my euros and credit cards. Anyway, we're nearing Baynac, most notable for the Chateau de Baynac. This next bridge we're approaching is actually a railway bridge. TER, operated by SNCF, runs regional trains through the Dordogne. One line runs between Sarlat-la-Canéda and Périgueux, and the second goes between Sarlat and Bordeaux. This is the town of Baynac at Caznac. The Dordogne River separated the English and French during the 100 Years' War. The French held this castle while the English were on the other side. The war actually got its name despite lasting 116 years. Today, the river is a peaceful place that attracts tourists instead of armies. In fact, tourism is the leading economic driver for the region. Here is the view of the castle from the canoe. The next bridge carries the same rail lines as the one we passed before the castle. There are other rental places along the river where you could start, but our finish point is a couple kilometers further down. By now, our tour has pretty much concluded. It is crucial to remember the marker I showed you earlier because that's where the staff will help you in. To get back to the start, there are vans that transport both the canoers and the canoes on a trailer. It is much more difficult to canoe against the current, so these shuttles are a lifesaver. In conclusion, the Dordogne is a magnificent place and canoeing is truly a unique way to see it. Once the van arrives back at the starting point, they drop off the passengers and head back to the endpoints to repeat the trip. If you enjoyed this journey, please like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram for more. When you want to explore the Dordogne while taking a break from the car or train, canoeing is a great choice. See you next time.